Good morning, good morning, good morning. How are we? Happy Wednesday. It's hump day. Time to see what goals we have set for the week and how good we've done and maybe what new ones we need to have fun with, right? My necklace is all jacked up. Hi. Today is day 35 of our confidence building for ourselves as ladies. So that's super fun. I hope you girls are having a great day. Everybody ready for an amazing Wednesday? I hope so. Good morning, Miss Augustus. Good morning, Miss Holmes. I love it, girls, girls, girls. All right. Today's word of the day is position. How fun is that? I was literally just like creeping on Facebook or Instagram or something. I don't even know what it was. Sometimes those videos pop up. I was watching not because we're what's her name? I can't remember her name. Taylor Swift fans, but because we love football. So I was watching um Travis Kelce at the um on stage with his girl. So it was so cute. I was like, oh, how cute is that? Um but anyway, totally random, I know. Talk about position, right? Sometimes those daggone videos get in our way and positioned in our way, and we're like, what? How did I even get here to this Facebook thing, right? Or watching this video. I want to know how you girls are doing. Tell me. Oh, goals, setting goals. Today is day one. Kelly is doing a goals. Let me tell you about Kelly. Kelly, I got my planner yesterday, just so you know. Kelly is doing a plan because, it's Wednesday, so we're halfway through the week, but it's June, so we're also halfway through 2024. I had to think about what year it was. So with all that, like, do we even have the goals set and accomplished that we set out to do on January 1st? So Kelly is going to go through that and do that amazingness. She is so good and so excited about that. Jennifer, tag some of your girls on here because I don't know if they sometimes have a hard time finding me or what the deal is. So, super excited about that with Kelly. She is Miss Organization, let me tell you. And she is the one who introduced me to my favorite called the Christian Planner. And it is just, I have all these things from church falling out. I take it to church with me, but it is like, it's one of the only things that I actually write in. So that's pretty funny in itself. But I diligently write. You can't see, but I do really write in here. I love my Christian Planner because it keeps all like my God aha moments in it. And it's super, I mean, it's my favorite color too. So of course it's going to be cool. But like daily, like as soon, like when you see God's amazingness happen, um, you can put it right in there. So, and don't worry, you can be like me and have sometimes where you don't write everything in it. But Kelly is the Mac Daddy at organization. So she had me get a new planner because I need it for the rest of 2024. Yes. It's one way to journal. One way to journal. Because we surely don't leave our mind, our memory to our future, right? All right, for those of you who are just joining in or seeing what this is all about, we are actually going through 100 days. And so we meet every Monday through Friday from 7:30 a.m. till about 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time every Monday through Friday to go over the word of the day, which is amazing. And this is really a way for you to build confidence in yourself, confidence in your relationship with God, and confidence in God, period, right? And when you build confidence in yourself, the whole world changes. Your whole world changes. Your whole outlook, how you stand up for yourself, how you stand for things, you know, everything changes. How your family stands for things, it all is encompassed into the one thing. So it's super fun that we are able to do this, and that God has called us to do this. Good morning. Look at you girls on here. Jennifer is still purging. Jennifer, I think you've been purging for a long time. You should have a lot of open space in your heart and in your home. That's for sure. All right, so I'm going to read a little bit of what the author wrote today about positioned. That's our fancy word of the day. Jesus hasn't called us to be lights that water grass, that refrigerate food, or that play music. He wouldn't tell us to do that because we are not designed to do those things. He calls us to be lights that shine, lights that do what we were purposed to do. Do y'all know that you have a light that's supposed to shine? Do y'all know that? How do you shine your light daily? I want to know. Tell me in the comments. How do you shine your light daily? Anybody? How do you shine the light of the Lord that He gave you daily? And everybody's, am I frozen on that on Facebook? Looks like I'm frozen on Facebook. Am I frozen on Facebook? I don't know why. I'm not frozen here, am I, Kelly? Kelly, am I frozen on Facebook? I need to see. Silly. Oh, why would I be froze there? Nope, I'm not. Okay, well, maybe that nasty face of mine is frozen. Okay, good. I'm glad I'm not frozen. Okay, good. It's just I can see on that one page, it's like that's how my face is. Okay. So ways to shine our light. We all have it in us. So what are we doing to shine our light? Kelly, you're like the sun, so you should be telling everybody how you shine the light. Risha, Jennifer, where's Nikki? Where's Michelle usually gets dressed right about now. I know that. Melissa's probably sleeping. She had her day 6 or day 10 of her work, so she's probably sleeping. She'll probably catch the replay. But I do want to know how you girls, if you're watching the replay, let us know. And then tell us how your light shines. And if you're like, Katie, I have no idea, well, good. There's more to come on that. We'll get you to have your light shining, that's for sure. Now, not all lights shine the same, okay? A problem occurs when we're told we're a light, but we don't know which type of light we are. Lights and firecrackers both shine light, but they shine very differently. If you're a lamp surrounded by fireworks, you might assume that you're less important. That's funny. However, there are things that a lamp can do inside the house that a firecracker can't. Lamps set the mood, the light, and light up a dark room. They're safe and non-explosive. Position is determined by purpose. Good morning, Melissa. There's Melissa. I think it's really funny that we're talking about light, and that I always say like my signs are always like lightning bolts, and there's a firecracker. I think there's a firecracker on the back part of our is it of the place, maybe? I can't remember. It's on one of my backdrops as a firecracker. So, or firework. So, but this is a good thing. It's like Maybe you're a mood lamp. Maybe you're one of those salt lamps that Ryland, I have one. I don't even know what it's for. One of my earthy crunchy friends told me I needed one, so I bought one off of Amazon. And I've never really used it. And now Ryland is like obsessed with it. Of course he is. So I have no idea. But think about the different kinds of lamps or lights, right? And I think it's funny that I have a firecracker and it says that regular lamps, they're safe and they're not explosive. That's why God said that people don't put a lamp under a bowl. If I have heard that once this week, I've heard it like 4 times. I know I heard it in a sermon by Pastor Morris, and I believe that I heard it in a sermon by Stephen Furtick. And I'm hearing it again. And I know that I heard Tabitha say it recently too, one of our other friends. They're put in on, now see what I just did there, girls, and you're probably like, Katie, you just went like squirrel on me, is because I'm always paying attention. Why? Because God speaks through, like we are the church, right? Like we the people are the church. So God uses each of us to speak in and through us, right? And so when I just said that, like when I read that sentence, that's why God said that people don't put a lamp under a bowl. I know that I've heard that 4 times this week. And so now I'm like, I need to pay attention to what is God telling Katie about that? Because God doesn't share something simultaneously 4 times without for us to be like, hello, I'm talking to you, right? Okay, so back to this. That was just a little side story. They put it on a lampstand, and it is then that the lamp shines for everyone in the house. Here, Jesus is indicating the importance of being placed in the right position. Think about, like, even in your house, like you have lamps positioned in certain places around your house, or, like the lights in the room, or like Canon lights. Those are like, if you have them in your kitchen, those are positioned, and I'm yawning like crazy. I had to do with Tony Robbins. Those are positioned in specific places, right? You don't just put a lamp in the middle of the room, or you don't put a lamp where you don't need to, like if you're reading or you're sitting at your, on your couch or whatever, like you position those in certain ways. So God is indicating the importance of being placed in the right position. Okay. Which is why it's so important for us to learn about our identity, learn who God created us, learn what our gifts are, start to learn how to work those gifts, find our purpose, because our purpose is linked to our passion, ultimately. I hope y'all know that. If you didn't, there's one of your nuggets for the day. What is going to fire your soul up and set your soul on fire to light up the light that's in you is going to be by finding your purpose. And how do you find your purpose? Well, first of all, you need to figure out who you are and who God created you to be. And many, many, many women, I would say darn near all of us, unless you've had a parent like me growing up, no, like me being your mom growing up, is you don't know who you are, because we spent our lifetime doing what our parents said, going to school, having that identity crisis that we were talking about with our hormones from 15 to 20, right? And then we got married and they had kids. And now our kids are getting a little bit older and they don't need us as much as they did when they were 2 and 3 years old. And we're like, okay, so now I have time for myself. And I don't even know how I ended up here. I don't even like who I am. I don't even know who I am. And I'm not even doing what I want to do. I actually don't like this job. I actually don't like some of the people that I hang around with. They don't level me up. And then it can send us into a spiral of depression, or it can make us anxious because we're starting to become aware, right? That we are lamps positioned in places that we do have we do have, like, it's basically like if you had a cup. So this is my light, right? This is my light. This is you. You're in a place where you're not supposed to be because you just ended up there. You don't really know how, because it was just going to pay your bills. Let's say it's a job, and it's not filling your purpose and your passion, and you're walking around like this, and you're covered, and you're literally just walking around like this, and you're like fighting all the time to get out. Like, you're like, this isn't what I want to do. I actually don't like this. I don't like this. I don't want to be here. You're fighting, right? Kind of like that flea. When we talk about a flea that hits the top of the flea in a daggone pot or whatever, or like the crabs in the bucket. Like, you're trying to get out and you can't get out. That's why you're here. You're going to find your identity. And here's the thing: you can love your job. Absolutely, I love what Melissa said. I love my job, but it's not filling my purpose. Right? You can love things and it not be filling your purpose. I love football. It's not my purpose. Now I can link it to my purpose, but it's not my purpose. I'm not supposed to be playing football. Right? So that's what he's talking about. We need to shine. We're going to shine even more bright in a place that we are supposed to be. Because if a light is shining under a bowl or in a closet, then it isn't as effective as it would be on a lampstand, by a chair, giving somebody a place to read, giving somebody the light to read. Okay. Our lampstand is our place where our light is positioned most optimally for our purpose. So where is your lampstand? Where should your lampstand be? Many of us don't know. And that's great, because you're in the right place, because I'm going to teach you what it looks like, where you got to, how you even start this process. Because the process actually starts, like, your awareness now is like, this doesn't set my soul on fire. This doesn't make me want to jump out of bed. The question comes is, if you were able to be paid or not paid for what you do, would you still do it? Your lampstand may be with kids. Your lampstand is supposed to be in front of a camera. Your lampstand may be in a different country, in a classroom, or in a laboratory. Wherever your lampstand is supposed to be, it is important to position yourself there so you can live God's plan for your life. Do you know that God already knows where our lampstand is, right? Like, he already knows that. Hair's like frizzy on this side today. He already knows that. It's up for us to seek him and to simply ask, who am I? Where am I supposed to be? Why am I here? And most of the time, wherever we are positioned right now, we've prayed for and asked for. And then we're like, I don't want to be here anymore. I don't want to do this anymore. Right? Because we wise up, right? And you guys are going to start to come through to fruition with all this, because we've done such a deep dive into learning who God is. And the more we learn, the more we grow, that's the more wisdom we get. So we are going to start to be like, oh, I don't think I'm supposed to be here. You will start to level up 100%. because God does have a plan. And right now, you probably have prayed for the place you're in, but have you asked God if this was his plan of where you're supposed to be? Because it might not be, but you asked for it. All right, so today's scripture is in Matthew. I love Matthew. Matthew 5:16. This is talking about the Sermon on the Mount. Talks about the salt and the light. Okay, I want to read this whole part actually. So I'm going to start on Matthew 5:13. You are the salt of the earth, but if the salt loses its saltiness, how can it be salty again? It is no longer good for anything except to be thrown out and trampled underfoot. You are the light of the world. A town built on a hill cannot be hidden. Neither do people light a lamp and put it under a bowl. Instead, they put it on a stand, and it gives light to everyone in the house. In the same way, let your light shine before others, so that they may see your good deeds and glorify your God and Father in heaven. Okay, so I'm going to read, remember, I'm reading the leadership one, right? So I talked about how we're going to level up. So followers of God are to be leaders of men and to live at a higher level. That's exactly what you're going to do. Between the seed of leadership planted in the early stages and the fruit of leadership that comes with maturity, every leader goes through two major phases: the call and the preparation. During the preparation season, all leaders get tested to live at a higher level than others. No one responded better than Jesus. Jesus calls his people to live at a higher level than the rest of the world. You hear that? That's why when I just talked about your wisdom and leveling up, Jesus is calling his people to live, not calling, Jesus calls. Okay, there's a difference. Calls his people. If I'm calling you, or if I call you, it's if Jesus calls us, that means we go to a higher level than the rest of the world. Again, we're not living in the world. We're not living in that social media realm that we see. That's not normal. That's like Hollywood, basically. Social media is similar to Hollywood. His call brings many other tests along the way. For tests always follow the call in order to prepare leaders for the role they are to play. The call, the seed of leadership, the preparation is the test of leadership. The beginning of leadership is the call, and the fulfillment of leadership is the preparation. So just like in school, this is kind of like these are our assignments, and then we're going to be tested on it. And how do we rise up? How are we passing those tests? Are we being obedient? If we are, you're going to feel joy, happiness. You're going to feel all those fruits of the Spirit. If we're not passing the test, the one that God wants us to have victory on, you'll feel that too. That's your anxiety. That's your depression. That's your failure. That's your I'm not enough. Those are all signs from that intuition that God gave us each. Boy, did he give women an intuition. that we must rise up. And we might have to get a little bit uncomfortable, but with that intuition, we know that God's got us. And we know that we have a community of ladies that are here at the place. And as we continue to grow this amazing team of women, there's my football analogy. I told you I could get football in here. We're going to only become better. And we're only going to win more championships. And we're going to win more games. And we're going to have more practices together. Because this is a test. This is a practice. We are being, learning. It's no different than school. It's no different than learning a sport. The best news is we have each other to use as the as the kind of like our cheat sheets, right? And we're all about the wins and we're all about the victories. And what's even more fun is we have women who've done the things that we've maybe wanted to do or need to do. And there's some in here that have maybe been victorious in those areas already. And they can teach you how to get through those certain things so that you can get on the other side of victory. Because we all want to win, right? We all want to walk better in our purpose, walk more in our purpose, walk stronger in our purpose, walk strong in ourselves. During the middle two stages, emerging leaders experiment to discover their strengths and weaknesses. Okay? During the call and the preparation is when you discover your strengths and your weaknesses. Okay? To reach their potential, however, leaders must pass many tests. Ask yourself, do I measure up to living at a higher level? You're on Team Jesus. The answer is yes. Always yes. Now, there are some that are in the wrong foundation. And there are places where you are right now that is in the wrong foundation. But the best news is that you have Jesus on your side. You have the Holy Spirit inside you. And you do have a light. And for right now, you are where you are. And as you journey through figuring out your passion with your identity and your purpose through the place and through the other ladies that are in our community, you are going to win these tests. You are going to battle through. Hello, Miss Michelle. You are going to battle through them and you're going to conquer them. And it's going to be so much easier and so much better because you're not going to be doing it by yourself. And you can reach out to people that are like, you're like, hey, you've gone through this before. Have you gone through this? Has anybody gone through this before? Tell me about it. Tell me about it. I need your help. Because I don't know about you, but a higher level is always a challenge, but it's so, so worth it. That came from John Maxwell's Leadership Bible today. All right, ladies, the declaration. I am positioned by God. He designed me as a light, and my sphere of influence is my lampstand. I am confident that wherever God positions me is a platform for his ultimate purpose. All right, ladies, your purpose is within you. Pay attention to what is being said around you because God is speaking to each one of us daily. All right, prayer of Jabez, and I'm out. Ready? All right, it is. Why do I do this every daggone day? All right. And Jabez, which is, and Katie, put in your name, called on the God of Israel, saying, Oh, that you would bless me indeed and enlarge my territory, that your hand would be with me and that you would keep me from evil, that I may not cause pain. So God granted her what she requested. True story. All right. I love you ladies so much. Tomorrow is Thursday and tomorrow is day 36. All right, go be positioned and watch today how you actually are positioned right now. Even though we're leveling up and we want to become better, right? We're always looking to seek more, to seek better. But pay attention to where you are today in position, where your lampstand is today. Because you are right now where you are because you've prayed for it. And the only reason why you want to go higher is because we want to level up. Who doesn't want to level up? It's like when you're playing a video game. You don't want to play the video game on the same level the whole time. That would be boring. You want to go to the next level. And that's what we're doing. All right. Be sure to invite your friends. Don't keep this to yourself. Okay. We share because we care. All right. Mwah. Love you ladies so much. Got to get these nails done. They're killing me, Smalls. I love you ladies. I hope you have a great morning and a great Wednesday. I'll see you tomorrow.